Welcome everybody to this CPD and osteopathic profession video series. This video is going to look at the CPD Evaluation Survey 2020 to 21 findings, and this particular video is going to look at the peer discussion review. So what are other osteopaths doing in relation to the peer discussion review? We know from the CPD Evaluation Survey that the large majority of people have access to someone that they can discuss their CPD activity with. So 89% have said that they have someone that they can discuss their CPD with. And the large majority have identified who might be their peer for their peer discussion review. So we've got 74% saying that they have identified who might be their peer. In terms of what other osteopaths are doing additionally, we can see that from those that have identified their peer, that 86% of peers identified had agreed to undertake the role, and 68% of osteopaths had had an initial conversation with their peer, either about their peer discussion review or an aspect of their CPD. Where are osteopaths finding their peer? As you can see from this graph on the screen, the large majority, so 50%, have identified their peer as an osteopath they know, but they do not work with directly. You can see that 27% have selected their peer as from an osteopath that they work with. And we see much smaller proportions of osteopaths selecting either another healthcare professional for their peer, so 5% are doing that, or through a local group. So currently there's 2% have selected a peer that way. But we can also see from this graph that 11% don't know yet who their peer will be. So if that is you that doesn't know who their peer is going to be yet, or you're having difficulty in finding a peer, where can you find a peer from? You could look within your own practice, where you work, a regional group, or an osteopathic alliance organisation, or perhaps your alumni group, or an osteopathic education institution, or you could look at the Institute of Osteopathy online peer directory, and the link is on the screen there for you. In terms of other osteopaths' PDR experiences, so their experience of the peer discussion review, we know that very few have had experience of a peer discussion review of their own practice, so only 17% have done that. We also know that very few osteopaths have ever undertaken a peer discussion review or something similar with another osteopath. This is why giving and receiving feedback skills are a crucial part of both the peer discussion review and objective activity. To find out more about developing your giving and receiving feedback skills, we have produced a dedicated video on this topic, so please check that out. When we look at preparing for the peer discussion review, we can see how osteopaths are planning to prepare for their peer discussion review. So the large majority are planning to find a peer to work with and discuss their CPD with them, but not complete the peer discussion review until nearer the end of their 3-year cycle. So 36% have said that they will do that. And then we see in equal measure, 14% each, that some are planning to try a peer discussion review early on in their CPD cycle so as to familiarise themselves with the template, or they're planning to complete the peer discussion review section by section as they meet the different elements of the scheme, e.g. as they go along. But you can also see from this graph that 27% of osteopaths haven't made any plans yet of how they're going to prepare for their peer discussion review. So if this is you and you're wondering how you can prepare for your peer discussion review, here's some top tips. First of all, select a peer and agree how you're going to work together. Then review the frequently asked questions in the peer discussion review guidance. Then perhaps consider completing your peer discussion review template as you go along. And right now you could complete the following sections of the peer discussion review template with your peer. The section on about the osteopath, so the section about you as an osteopath. And you could also fill out standard 2, which relates to the objective activity if you've undertaken that already. And if you've undertaken your communication and consent-based activity, you could also complete standard 3 of your peer discussion review template. In terms of our peer discussion review resources, you can find the following resources via the link on the screen here, cpd.osteopathy.org.uk/PDR. And on this page, you will see the following resources: the peer discussion review template, the peer discussion review template completed examples, your peer discussion review guidance, the peer discussion review as a group exercise, and the case study there is the Northern Ireland osteopaths, and the giving and receiving feedback video that I referred to earlier. And you can also visit the IO peer matching software, where the link is available there on screen as well. Thank you everybody for watching this video. I hope it's been useful, and good luck with your peer discussion reviews.